She only went and got the rights. It's Antweight fighting time, and war returns to MLU4 all this week in Robot Combat.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Hello and welcome to This Week in Robot Combat, the abridged version because I'm busy at the minute. Right now as you're watching this I am somewhere else doing something else. I've probably been kidnapped. Send help. Right, BattleBots. What's happened this week? Well, it was the top 16, all of it, as I thought it probably would be. It was a really good episode, I thought. There were a couple of dud fights in there, but you sort of expect it at this stage. They've all been battling quite hard. Some of them have had multiple fights, some of them have had more fights than others. But at this stage in the competition, it's getting quite difficult to actually think of who's going to win. So let's discuss the dud fights first. So there was Tombstone versus Quantum, which was over way too quickly for my liking. Quantum, I think, had a genuine shot at this. They just self-righted at the wrong time, and that was them sort of done a bit. That was literally all there was to that fight, unfortunately. The other one was Minotaur versus Hydra, which I was really upset that was over quickly, because I thought at the very least Hydra could have flipped Minotaur about a bit more than it did. We did get one really good flip, and that was sort of it. Yeah, there we go. It threw a drive chain, it came out the top of the robot, which I'd really like to know what the insides of the robot are actually doing, because that doesn't seem possible to me, but I don't know how big the wheels are or anything, so there we are. Other fights that happened. We had Death Roll versus Yeti, and for me this is my favourite fight of the evening. It was so good, probably because Death Roll won. I'm not the biggest Yeti fan, but I do love me some Death Roll. It was an actual beast, and Yeti didn't have an answer for it. For most of the fight they were just trying to turn themselves back over, so yeah, Death Roll had this one. They had it from a long time in. Well, in fact, not even a long time in. What am I even saying? They had it from almost the start. They managed to take a wheel out, and I think they were pretty surprised at that, because they didn't think they'd be able to get to a wheel, but they did. I'm pretty happy I finally predicted a correct Death Roll fight. Yay for me. I just didn't see a way that Yeti could have won that one, but there we are. Next, I want to talk about Bite Force versus Uppercut, and I want to call out Coleslaw and the Brangoat, because not only did they get the correct prediction, they got the correct win condition. Uppercut getting balanced on the spinner, and that was how Bite Force beat them. And I was watching it and I couldn't quite believe what I was seeing. But there we are. Well done. I imagine he's had a heart attack, but there we are. What else happened? Whiplash had a fight. I do like Whiplash. Who did Whiplash go up against? Whiplash went up against Huge. That was a good fight. It was a close fight as well. Very close fight as I remember it. Although I don't really remember it all that much. Otherwise I'd have remembered who Whiplash were fighting. The only reason I know why Whiplash was fighting this week is because I've just made a model of it, and it'll be in the next More Robots, and there it is. If you want a proper look at it, I've put pictures up on the BattleBots group over on Facebook, so do go and have a look there if you want your sneaky little teaser. If not, wait for More Robots, which is coming sooner and sooner. The more robots I get done, the better. But yeah, that was cool. Huge lost. I honestly didn't know which way that fight would go. On the one hand, Huge could have got some really good attacks on the top of Whiplash. On the other hand, Whiplash could have lifted their spinner into the body of Huge and disabled something there. As it actually happened, Huge took out the spinner on Whiplash, and they just became a lifter. But as I've said multiple times now, Whiplash is first and foremost a lifter, and then it's a spinner, because spinners they're everywhere, and to have a lifter instead is better. But I don't know what I'm saying at this point. It is very late at night, when I'm recording this. It's Saturday night and the air is getting hot like you, baby. I do like that song. I shouldn't like that song, but I do. Lockjaw and... who was it? Black Dragon. Oh god, I'm not editing this. Lockjaw and Black Dragon had a fight. That was a really close fight. Lockjaw's magic smoke continues to do it no favours. I'm thinking because the magic smoke was still around for the Re-Mars event, which was filmed after the end of the season was filmed, I'm thinking that the magic smoke may keep cropping up, and I imagine we'll take out Lockjaw in the end. It's a shame Black Dragon didn't win this one, but if they'd have won it, they'd have been going up against Bite Force, and I don't see them winning that. Still, they got through to the top 16 and they had a 3-minute fight, and I believe a split decision from the judges against seasoned veteran Lockjaw, and that is nothing to be sniffed at. Black Dragon has really impressed me this season. I should have worn my Black Dragon t-shirt today, but I'm sporting the official BattleBots one, which, if I just... there you go, it's banana for scale. And I'm also sporting this lovely coat, which some of you, the eagle-eyed of you, may recognise as a bit of a Jasper coat, which is pretty cool. Thank you very, very much, Tom Lloyd. I am forever indebted to you. Genuinely very kind. What a guy. Yes, Black Dragon did phenomenally well this season and could do very well in the future. They just need to rein in a few things. I do feel it is a bit of a sort of Brazilian version of Brutus, which I'm not that keen on Brutus. I think I prefer Black Dragon, possibly because it has a flamethrower sometimes and it's an egg beater, possibly just because I'm biased. Blacksmith versus Witch Doctor, amazing fight. Blacksmith knocked out in a puff of smoke. Oh man, that was a really cool fight. I really enjoyed it. Witch Doctor looking very strong for this season, and they are my picks to win. So watch them now lose in the next round. Anarchy versus Sawblaze was a really decent fight. Sawblaze is slowly winning me back. I'm not a big Sawblaze fan, but I quite enjoyed this one. It was a good fight. Anarchy had nothing for them, really. They couldn't get up to speed. Sawblaze remained on top of them the whole time and set them on fire again. Another lipo fire in the box, and you can see the strain and stresses of the season are finally getting to some of these robots, which is sort of why I like this format. It's really quite good. But there we are. Good. Right, I got to the end of that section with minimal mistakes. Let us move on to some actual news, shall we? There's not a lot of it, but what there is probably half done. Abridged! Yes, we have to start this week's news on a bit of a bummer, really. The Robot Champions Kickstarter was cancelled during this week due to the fact that they weren't going to meet their target, and they decided to, rather than let it run out, just take it down instead. There is a full write-up of the reasons and everything, which are scrolling past you at the minute, but if you want to read them at your own leisure, or however you look at that word, do go over to their Facebook page. There is a video on YouTube, the link of which is on their Facebook page as well, so do go and check out the reasons why. This doesn't mean the game isn't coming out ever, it just means that it isn't going to be crowdfunded. World Series 59 today, and by today I mean Saturday, because I'm filming this at night time, and I've not just spent the last 5 minutes laughing at a stupid mistake I made, no, not at all. The Antweight World Series 59, I'm not sure who won it, I have no idea what happened, but I do know that there is a 6-hour odd live stream that is up on the Team Panoramic Facebook page, so if you want to check that out, do, because that's the way you're going to find out, I guess. News from the Nuts and Bots team. Nuts, the first one, sort of, that was appearing in Robot Wars Series 8, is going to be rebuilt, and that may or may not be for something upcoming. I am guessing here, but on a potentially related note, it is soon to be the Robots Live Stevenage Heavyweight Championships. I believe that's next weekend, and the trophies have been made, they're all prepared, and everybody's getting excited. Now, do you like Hypershock as much as I do? I doubt it. Hypershock jackets have gone up for official pre-order, which is awesome news. I have already pre-ordered mine. Yes, that is the cost. And I don't care because I love Hypershock so much. Yay! Now, coming up in the next week, MLU4's Robot Wars returns to the MLU4 YouTube channel. The new series, it's Series 8, has been officially confirmed and is going to premiere later in the week. Very, very exciting stuff. I'm very much looking forward to it. MLU4 was a big inspiration for the Grand Slam, my fan-made Robot Wars series, and I know was an inspiration to many others as well. So make sure you go and check that out when it premieres later this week, and do go and have a look over on his website, links to which are on his YouTube channel. And we're going to finish on a couple of news stories I missed last week. First of all, a new episode of the ESC podcast dropped last Sunday, which was very entertaining indeed, guest starring Gus Collier from the Nelly the Ellybot team, and he was also on the last series of Bugglebots. And also, sticking with the theme of ESC, one of the presenters, Rera, has just gained the rights to Herbay's, Detonator, and Napalm. Good grief. These machines are in very safe hands, and best of luck in restoring and doing whatever you like with these machines in the future. You can keep up to date on the Team Roll Initiative Facebook page. And that's just about it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a like, do subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I promise to try harder with the news next week. I'm out. Sorry, it's what? 11:43, and I'm thinking about doing YouTube videos at this time of night. Good grief. Bye.